All right, we are kind of back. What a shit show. So, I'm trying to get everything back up and running. And OBS was a punk and didn't want to start right, and that was a problem. And yeah. Thank you, Wilsey. Appreciate it. Alright. So, that's all there, that's there. Music's there. We need to turn the captions on. There we go. Okay. I'm going to jump to this scene quick because we're going to start a sticker raffle again because that ended in the middle. So let's do that. Hey everyone, it's time to give away some stickers. For August, we're mixing things up. Literally. Because it's winner's choice as we launch the new sticker shop at shop.reaperworld.com. Winners will be given a code that they can redeem to get any pack they want. Or go a la carte and pick the stickers you want in packs of 2 instead. So, if you want to win some stickers, go ahead and type stickers into chat right now. Alright, so, we're making progress. And sorry, I'll shut up the Discord noises in a second. It is my laptop that was on the floor. So I managed to SSH into my machine to see it going down, but yeah, the CPUs were getting soft locked. So, I don't know what causes that yet. I need to figure it out, obviously. But yeah. Also, Twitch is saying I have 0 viewers right now, which is wrong. There we go. Hi. Thank you everybody for sticking by as I figured this out and got back up. Alright, so, who was it? KDAX was the one that was having the problems before, right? Yeah, and he said he fixed it. Cool. Although I don't see that. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Which, by the way, Chromebooks, awesome. Install the SSH app. That's all you need. Ooh. That thing was like $100. Ah, thank you, QLogic, for knowing who was actually in there. Okay. So yeah, QLogic, do you have any thoughts on depending on just updating the G plugin stuff to say develop for now, which will make it so people can actually do the build? I think that's probably a good plan for the moment. Random thought, could you send syslog from that box to another one, see if anything useful? Yeah, I definitely can. I just have to set up our syslog or something somewhere. Which, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to do it right, which means I'm going to be using probably Elasticsearch and Kibana, because I hate going through text logs and I just want to search. And that's the logging I've set up on the Kubernetes cluster right now. That's logging I know, I like, it works well. So yeah, that would be the way I would do it. I just need to do it. Then that way I can centralize logging for all my machines, which would be a good time. Alright, anyway, so we want to do HG up to, what did I call this? Subproject build, yeah. HG up, subproject build. Subprojects, gplugin.rep. And we just change this to develop. People will be able to build automatically. Set gplugin to the develop branch for now. Until we release gplugin. Okay. So we're going to open that as a pull request, but first we have to unlock my SSH agent. Okay. Thanks. One change set. Double message. I have to go tweet something. 1 second. So, Bitbucket, you decided to make the obnoxious warning even more, or I want to say twice as obnoxious? I'm gonna start tagging people I know that work there here soon, because I'm getting really irritated by their everything. How's it going, Shepsky? Thank you for that Twitch Prime for 2 months. Greatly appreciate it. I'm sorry, we had to do a Twitch break, or we had to do a tweet break to poke fun at Bitbucket, because now they're giving us the warning twice. We used to get this warning every push. Now we get it twice every push. Yay! Actually, it's probably because there was a bookmark. But yeah. It's just like, guys, give me an option to turn this off. I fucking know. Or tell me every 10th push or something, you know? But every push is just like, we hate you, go away. That's what I read every time I see that. No, we're depending on G-Plugin develop until G-Plugin is released. Okay. Why did the build fail? The build of all things here should not have failed. Oh, did I not push the image? I might not have pushed the image. That might be the problem. Yeah, it looks like I did not create it. That is a weird-ass error, but okay. So we are going to push that image real quick. Yeah. This isn't in any of the bamboo stuff, so we're just going to push it by hand for the moment. Docker images, pipe grep, sub project. I'm still not a fan of this name, but whatever. Docker push Pidgin builders sub project build. You know what's funny? I can push a Docker image as I'm streaming, and I'm fine. But I lose a tiny little bit of packets because of my ISP and rip the stream. Like, what? Like, yes, that number's right. It's uploading 1.4 gigs as we're streaming. We're not losing packets. All right, we're gonna finish this up here. HGDiff convey. All right, we had a build target. Okay, cool. She add Docker file, subproject build. Oh, this just uses the stuff from Simple. Okay, cool. Come over here. Go over here. go over here. Go over here. This is where this is going to get weird with the branch stuff, but it's fine, I guess. Stages and jobs. We're going to add... create a clone an existing job to sub-project build. Target equals, just so the CI will start building this for us. I just didn't do this part before. I thought I did. Clearly I did not. Some project build is just some project build and files is simple. Okay. And then it's gonna do build target. Or, did I create the build target plan? I did not. So we need a plan called build target. Oh, yeah. So status tasks import and then build target and then publish target. Right. Right, because that's all we're doing up here, right? Oh, I did not create a published target, which we need. Publish target type Docker push image registry host repo target. Okay, so yeah, I just did the build. They didn't actually have the project build. Just yeah, I just did build target. Okay, cool. I guess I could have tested that here, but whatever. Alright, we're about a quarter of the way done. Yay! Alright. So build target and then publish target. We're going to save. Add the new sub-project. Build image. And add plan/targets for targets. Or plan/tasks. I don't want to push this yet because otherwise I'm going to totally tank my upstream because this machine is pushing, and once I push this, there's a 1 in 4 chance it'll end up, or 1 in 6 chance, no, 1 in 3 chance the job will end up on a machine in my basement, which will then tank my connection. Potentially tank my connection. But once we push this, this should go live and it should do the right thing. Oh, actually, it's not even just this one. It's going to build all these. So yeah, we definitely want to wait till this is done. But we're going to wait till that's done so that we can then run the rest of it, and then everything should hopefully be happy. What's the DD? Good luck, have fun. DD. Oh, don't die. Okay. Dying's fine. I'm the Reaper. It's fine. It's fine. Like, that's not one of my concerns. And yes, that is very grim. Issue up, status box. No, shit, what was it? Status box. HG on shelf. Therefore, very much so in character. Alright, so we just need this thing to finish. In our command, there's... There was a command line thing that I can't think of. That would just pop up a notification. But what we could do, what the hell are the sounds in Pidgin? Sure. So if I had the play command, share sounds, send out wave. Nope. Is play in the 8th play? 5 socks? Nope. Alright, there's like a pulse play or something, isn't there? No. Yeah. What does undistract me? Notifies user when long-running terminal commands complete via loop. Oh, yeah. What does that do? How do I use this? By the time I figure this out, this is going to be done. It's 2/3 of the way there. Or whatever, not 2/3. It's like 60%. Huh? It goes into a profile? Just not disciplined enough to sit and watch commands. I'm not persistent enough to add something to each invocation to tell me what I want. It's something that alerts me whenever long-run command's finished. Install this, and then you'll get a notification when any command finished that took longer than 10 seconds to finish. Okay, that's cool, but like it's not going to run because it's not in my profile yet. So, and it doesn't matter because it's still not going to tell me. Damn it. Oh, let's run that sticker video one more time. Hey everyone, it's time to give away some stickers. For August, we're mixing things up, literally, because it's winner's choice as we launch the new sticker shop at shop.reaperworld.com. Winners will be given a code that they can redeem to get any pack they want, or go a la carte and pick the stickers you want in packs of 2 instead. So, if you want to win some stickers, go ahead and type stickers into chat right now. Alright. What do you think's in Pulse Audio Utils? Oh, it's PA Play. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to type PA Play ~p/Pidgin/share/send.wave. And hopefully that'll work. Yeah, I've totally trashed this, but the buffered IO should, when Docker finishes, it should type that into the terminal in the next line, and then we should hear a Pidgin send IM file sound. So we're doing PA Play, or we did PA Play ~LP Pidgin share send.wave. Shit, that's not the right path. It's Pidgin share? No, where the hell is it? Oh. It's share/sounds/one. PA Play ~p/Pidgin/share/sound/send.wave. Okay. So we should hear that. Maybe. But we're almost there apparently. So it doesn't matter. going over for some reason. Docker's weird like that sometimes. Like something got knacked or something, and it's got to retry and do other crap. There it is. Yay! So yeah, you can use that little hack if you want to do something similar. Have the same problem. But yeah. Okay. Image there. Yay. Rerun. This will hopefully get a lot of users off our back. Although they're going to have to figure out all the dependencies I need, which sucks. But it's all in this image, so I just got to drop it in the doc somewhere. I am apparently super brain fried today. Alright, we're going to push this, and yeah. It's like, really, guys? Put a freaking new line. That, too, is also driving me nuts. Come on. Oh, yeah, this is going to take minutes because pulling images. Okay, whatever. But then we were going to update, and we were going to run RW Grim Pidgin. We're going to find that build that failed. I think it's probably that one. 220. Commit. Yeah. We're going to rerun this. And then let's go. Are we going to host repos? Possibly. I don't want to, but we've done it in the past. I'm trying to figure out a lot of stuff. A lot of this right now depends on whether or not I can actually get open source credits from DigitalOcean or somebody to host the Kubernetes stuff. Because then that way I'm just going to put all the code there because that'll be easier to deal with. We'll have one place to manage it. I can set up LDAP, I can do all them things, everything will be fine. Right now, our current setup and the setup we've used in the past was we had 3 VPSs on 2 different providers, 2 on one on another. 2 of them are so redonkulously old that they're still running OpenVZ. OpenVZ was like the very first containers that came out with the Linux 2.6 kernel when they first introduced containers. Upgrading them is very painful. Moving them anywhere is very painful. All 3 of those VPSs were hand configured. There is not a whole lot of maintenance. There's no shared auth. Everything is different between all of them. Everybody has to manage passwords between all of them and all that. Monthly price right now is 70 and change. So like, we're not talking a lot of money. It's 3 of their $20 nodes and a load balancer, and then some volumes. And we don't need a ton of space on volumes. The $70 and change is the volumes. I don't know exactly what the volumes are right now, but it's less than $100 a month. So you know, it's somewhere between $1,000 to $1,200 a year. For DigitalOcean, it's a drop in the bucket. Get it? Like, until I can get that approved, it sucks. But there's other issues with DigitalOcean's Kubernetes. Like, there's no good way to upgrade to new versions and stuff like that. So I basically have to export I basically have to spin up a new... So the version I'm on is Kube 1.11. 1.14 is current. I have to spin up a new 1.14 cluster, and then I forget the name of the tool, but there's a tool that'll migrate one cluster to another, including volumes and all that. And I need to run that against the new cluster just to get us updated. But aside from that, I'm also going to switch. Right now, the entire cluster is under my name, under my account. I need to create an org and put it all under that. But yeah. And that'll be the majority of what we need. Right now, let's see. How much of this can I actually show? I can probably show all this. I just need to get there. Go on. I don't want to show too much of this because there's all sorts of crazy data in here. So we don't have everything on here yet, and I'm just doing another scan as I'm talking to make sure I'm not going to leak anything. We don't have everything running on here yet, so we don't have track on here yet. That's something that needs to happen. The main website is not here. That's something that Nest is going to do, and I'm thinking as we're getting more and more stuff of Nest migrated over, I'm thinking we're just going to rip that Band-Aid off and make Nest the main site.
Hey, everyone.
Oh.
Hey, everyone.
Too many foot pedals. All right. So right now we have 36 pods deployed, or that's not even really a big deal. So our CPU usage is real low. Our memory usage is what's kind of high. So we have 12 gigs of memory available to us. We're using about a third of it right now. But this should be what I have all the containers provisioned out to do, which means that, you know, we're somewhere about like 75% of our memory is accounted for in pods. So we might have to go up. We might have to add more nodes. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah. But disk usage, real low. We barely use anything on the host. Our bandwidth is real low. 8 kilobits a second. Ooh. And that's incoming. So there's lots of stuff that needs to be looked at and all that. And the DigitalOcean metrics don't give me half of the info that I want. But setting up like the real metrics that I want is going to cut into my resources a lot. So that's over the last hour or last 24 hours. You'll see right now, so far this month, we've used $51.50 worth of resources. So, yeah. But yeah. So load, not too bad. CPU's not too bad. I don't remember what that. Oh, that's when I started Elasticsearch. So I do have an Elasticsearch cluster running on here too for logging. I don't want to show that publicly on stream because that has all sorts of IP addresses of people that are hitting the cluster and all that. I don't want to share that data anywhere. But so I do have Elasticsearch running. I have all of the nodes logging to Elasticsearch. All that's coming up in Kibana. That's only accessible via a kube control port forward, and all that. But yeah, so like there's lots of stuff going on here, but like I don't have our main stuff yet. Bamboo runs on here, and I'm assuming, yeah, in other words, those subs are appreciated. Exactly. You lost me. The other thing is, so if Atlassian is dropping Mercurial on Bitbucket and Bitbucket Cloud, and Bitbucket Server doesn't support Mercurial, how much longer do you think Bamboo is going to support Mercurial? I'm assuming 6 months, maybe, after they shut down, after they remove Bitbucket, or after they remove Mercurial from Bitbucket. That's a rough guess, but yeah, no, I'm not switching to GitHub. As I tweeted the other day, twitter.com/IamPidgin. Oh. Hold on. I need to pin this tweet. Let's do that. Let's pin that tweet. But yeah, so for those of you that are asking if we're going to switch to Git now that, or you can't see it now. If those of you that are asking if we're going to switch to Git now that Bitbucket is sunsetting Mercurial support, the answer is we are never switching to Git. This is not a joke / troll. It will not happen. If anybody wants to link to this, Bitbucket Server only. So Bitbucket Server and Bitbucket Cloud are two completely different products that Atlassian marketing thought it would be cool if they gave them the same name. Bitbucket Server is a Java application, and Bitbucket Cloud is a Python application. Specifically, it's a Django application. And yeah, Bitbucket Server, formerly Stash, was created in-house by Atlassian, and Bitbucket Cloud they bought from Jesper or something like that. And then, you know, proceeded, or when it was Mercurial only, and then proceeded to run it into the ground and slowly kill Mercurial support for it over time. All right, that tweet is now pinned on Pidgin's Twitter. That's just the way I roll. Sorry, I got distracted by somebody responding about OpenShift. So yeah, I'm also looking at OpenShift and other hosting providers because, like, if I can't find some way to offset the cost of our hosting right now, which I'm paying out of pocket, which is fine. I never ran it past the Instant Message Freedom board, so I don't expect them to reimburse me. But yeah. I need to make a Git rant video. I really, really, really do. Did the connection drop? I don't know. Why do I dislike Git? Okay, we're going to try a new thing each time somebody asks me why I don't like Git. Let's start this question here. Why should I like Git? Like, I'm going to take your question, I'm going to turn it back to you. Why should you convince me to use Git? Why is Git so great and magical? Alright, just in time for the raffle land. Sweet! Ooh. Oh, okay, so Reconaro said get rid of him because he doesn't want more stickers. Alright, so we got 3 winners. One of them will be Reconaro. We'll just throw them out, so the other 3 are going to win. So, the first winner is Reconaro. Forget that. We're going to ignore that. Second winner is going to be Zeok. Congratulations, you won some stickers. Give me a second to get everybody entered in here so that I can track who's used the code, or what codes are used and which ones aren't. So we pull 3 winners each time. So next we got Q Logic. Congratulations. You have won some stickers. Oh. Stupid rich paste. The rich formatting paste. And our final winner is eMoney31. Congratulations. You 3 have all won. Give me 1 second to get a whisper out to you. And then you can go ahead and figure out what kind of stickers you want from our brand new sticker store. Crap. I need to make this not suck the way it does right now. So I just drop everything into a spreadsheet to track who uses what. And then I'm just copying the 2 rows and dumping it into a shell script, which spits out the message. And the problem with that is I don't get a space between the columns. So when I'm doing this and somebody's name ends in numbers, I have to double check where I need to split it. Not that all of them don't. Some of the codes start with numbers, some of them don't. But it's just like, what? Like, which way does this work? Like, I have to figure it out. Alright. Okay. That is still so much faster than this used to be. No, Git does not track changes on your local file system well. Git does not scale. Mercurial has problems scaling too, but Mercurial's plugin architecture makes it so it can scale. Like, there was, of all people, Microsoft VFS for Git, I think it was. Yeah, so Microsoft had to create a VFS for Git so that they could use it on some of their repositories. Git does not scale. Like, they would do a Git status on, like, the Windows repository or whatever. I don't know if it's Windows repository, but something that size. And it would just sit there for, like, an hour. Like, they had to write a virtual file system to keep track of it so that stat would be faster. And because other people like Git, yeah, okay, that sounds great. I think it's magical. It's just what people use. I was just curious as specific reasons why you dislike it. No, it speaks. It's not that you've offended me. It's that I've already spent like 30 minutes talking about that tonight. So I have lots of reasons for not liking Git, but yeah. Thank you for wonder celebrating the death of Grimcrypt. Nice. Yes, Mercurial's free. So long story short, Linux kernel Git got created because Linus was using BitKeeper, a proprietary version control system for the Linux kernel. One of Linus's lieutenants, I believe Andrew Tridgedale, ended up breaking their license agreement for a free license, and thus they lost their license. Because of that, Linus wrote Git over like the course of 2 weeks to just make it work so that they could keep working on the kernel. Therefore, because they were using BitKeeper, they followed a lot of the conventions that were there in BitKeeper. So Git looks a lot like BitKeeper. I believe Bitkeeper is now open source to some extent, or they give you a free license. I don't know the specifics. I don't care. I don't like Bitkeeper. But at the same time all this was happening, another kernel developer, obviously not the lead, not Linus, named Matt McCall, started Mercurial. And for the next couple of years, both of them got incrementally better. They started doing stuff, and Git got more popular. A lot of the time, from what I saw, where people were like, oh, well, you know, it's written by Linus, so that's, well, I'll use it. Or, you know, the good old-fashioned, if it's good enough for the Linux kernel, it'll work for my repository. And then one of the big changing points was when GitHub came out. And that just made it ubiquitous, which is unfortunate. Bitbucket could have become ubiquitous, especially after Atlassian purchased Bitbucket. But then, as we all know now from Tuesday's announcement, Atlassian doesn't really give a shit about Mercurial. They just don't. I don't think they ever did, to be honest with you. I don't think Atlassian ever did. Atlassian's in it for the money. They're not in it for users particularly. That's one of the reasons why they're dropping Mercurial support, because Mercurial paid customers only account for like 1% of their paid customers. So they're like, well, this doesn't make sense, so we're going to get rid of it. So, yeah. Yeah, it speaks, no worries. I go over this all the time. So, yeah. But is it mendicious? What the hell is mendicious? Linus is good at that. Super proprietary thing he wants. Rewrite it, make it free. Yeah, except Git is still has lots of problems. User experience with Bitbucket is pretty rough on large changes, I thought. It's gotten a little bit better with their new pull request stuff, but it's still iffy. Sean finally got back to me. Yes. Well, like I said, so I asked Sean what the crazy tool was that would pull patches out of a mailing list and then give you a web interface to look at them. It's called Patchwork. Patchwork, email, patches. Like I said, it has some silly name that makes a lot of sense. I'm just, where the shit is it? Patchwork open source. Nope. Got a URL? Because I can't find it. Don't know why the words ubiquitous and mendicious go together. You should watch The Expanse. Oh, yeah. Somebody else was telling me to watch The Expanse, and I keep forgetting to do that. I'm just adding something to my to-do list to do it. Add Expanse to watch list. Notification, we'll say, what time is it? Almost 11. We'll say 1, because I'll still be up at 1. Okay. There. Is it patchwork, like craftwork? I don't know, could be. Nope. Let's try Google instead of DuckDuckGo. Open source, patchwork. Web-based patch tracking system designed to facilitate the contribution management of contributions to open source project. This looks like it. Yeah, Google. So there's patchwork.mercurial.scm.org. Yeah. So Mercurial uses this internally for theirs because Mercurial does all their own hosting. But yeah, so actually I think they're doing pull requests in Fabricator now. But yeah, so here's the patches. I haven't used this myself. I thought there's... Maybe you have to be logged in to see shit. But yeah. There's no comments or anything? What the hell? Maybe this is just crap. I don't know. Yeah, maybe this isn't a good idea because it looks like it sends each one as a separate one, and that kind of sucks. But yeah, so like this could maybe be an option. I don't know. We have to look at it, play with it. We'll see. Oh, if anybody wanted the link. What is okay. I'm like, you can't copy, you can't paste. I don't know what the hell's going on. It's all messed up. Alright, so that passed now. Pipeline should be good. The image is there. Sweet, that's all good. Did the builders go? The builders should have went. Alright, so that's still going. Okay. Oh, I should have just, yep. Yeah, so this is going to build all of it across all the agents. What's building where? Atlantis has one. I have one. Atlantis has another. I have the other. Okay. So, sweet. My build agent host, it's got QoS set up on the virtual network. So it can't saturate my network. Same with all of them do. It's part of the Terraform. But yeah. So, alright, cool. We're finally back to where the shit we were before we hardlocked. Yay. Okay, so we were trying to decide what to do about this silly stuff in here. Ooh. So, like, connection itself shouldn't, even though it's GTK connection, it still shouldn't care about, like, updating widgets, I don't think. Like, maybe emitting signals or something, and then go from there. And then, whatever, then the status box itself should be connecting to that, because, you know, you should be using observer pattern and not a push pattern. Maybe? I don't know. So that's where we started looking. So there is, I don't remember what it's called. I think it's in connection, connection.h. So when you have a connection and you start connecting, you can set how many steps are in your connection process. And like when a step increments or updates, that's when the signal should be emitted, I think. Yeah, so connect progress. When an account is connecting, this operation is called notify the UI of what is happening, as well as which step of step count has been reached. Might be displayed as progress bar. Okay, so if we look at GTK connection, we're going to look for connect progress. Okay, and that calls this. Okay. And we drop them packets, because that's what we do here. We drop them. Because they're on sale. I don't know. See, this does not seem like the way that we should be doing this. Like, instead of the UI op here, this is where I start running into problems. So the UI ops are this weird setup that was done before we started using G-Objects. And even then, that's not really necessary for this. But it's just a giant virtual function table of stuff to call when stuff happens in the core. So like when you get a new instant message, then the core doesn't know anything about your UI. It doesn't know anything about GTK at all. But we need to display that and we need the UI to go, oh, I got a new message. So the UI registers a table of virtual functions. They're virtual because the core doesn't care. It just knows that they're there, checks if they're null. If they're not null, it calls them. And like, this makes sense for certain stuff like sending messages where you only want one thing to handle it. But for a lot of stuff, this has caused lots of headaches all over the place. And in reality, a lot of these would work a million times better if there was just a signal. So like connection progress. You probably have multiple things that want to listen to that. It looks like we only have one thing here doing it. We're just updating the status box when a connection is updated. But then we're also doing stuff like that for when the account's connected, when it's disconnected. We're doing all this stuff here. So we have GTK connection.c reaching in and updating another widget who, for all intents and purposes, could be completely modular and self-contained. Like if there's a signal that GTK status box could just listen to for when a connection's connected and when there's been progress and when it's been disconnected, all of this goes away and you decouple the two entirely. And that's where more of this should be going. So that's probably what we're going to do here. As much as I don't want this pull request to blow up anymore than it already has, because we're already... yeah. 23 files changed, 1720 insertions, 2992 deletions. And it's going to get worse. But, yeah. But notice, look, we deleted this giant 2,570 line file, and now it's modularized into a bunch of stuff that's actually freaking manageable. That's been one of the big intents of, or the big things we've been trying to do with Pidgin 3 is make it maintainable. Because the way it is right now it is not maintainable. And it sucks real bad. So, yeah. Crap, it is almost 11, so we're going to do one more sticker giveaway here. We'll run this one for, I don't know. I don't want to do the full, we'll do the full 30, it's fine. Alright. Hey everyone, it's time to give away some stickers. For August, we're mixing things up, literally, because it's winner's choice as we launch the new sticker shop at shop.reaperworld.com. Winners will be given a code that they can redeem to get any pack they want, or go a la carte and pick the stickers you want in packs of 2 instead. So, if you want to win some stickers, go ahead and type stickers into chat right now. Alright. Okay, so we're going to see what we have for signals here. And if we have all the signals for this, which I think we might, then we are just going to delete that code. Or we're not going to delete it yet, but we're going to update the status box to handle all of that internally. And then we'll delete this code. And then we'll be decoupling more and more stuff like we should have done in the first freaking place. And it's even worse if we already have all the signals, but what are you going to do? So we've got connect progress, connected, disconnected, and I believe there are signals for all of that, but we need to find out. Connection.c. Signal register. Of course not. So what the hell calls progress? There's no signal here. That literally just calls connect progress. And that might not be a big deal. Might not. The connected, disconnected, though, those are the big ones. Like, those are the ones we definitely, I think we have signals for, but it looked weird. Alright, ops connected gets called by connection set state. Okay, so set state was a signal, right? I thought it was. Of course it's not. Count.c. register. Signal register. Alright, let's register signal, isn't it? No? Oh, I need to look at accounts.c. Alright, is there a connections.c? No. Account connecting. I don't know what setting info is. Account status changing. Account status changed. Actions changed. Most of these should still be the same. So what does it say on the doxygen? docs.pidgin.im/pidgin/2.x.y. Account signals. Then when the status of account changes. Oh, that's the status on it itself. Okay. That's not what I wanted. Maybe though. We don't have a status for connecting, do we? That doesn't actually get kicked in there yet, does it? The status system in Pidgin is, oh my god, complicated. It's not even funny. So we don't have connecting in here anywhere. No connect, no disconnect. Connect would have hit disconnect. Okay, so we can't use the status change for that. That sucked. Oh, there's account connecting. I don't know if that's still here. We'll see. Account destroying, account created. Disabled, status. Account connection error. Before sign out. Okay, so wait, there's account. Oh, Jesus. Sockets are like files, but better. Maybe. Some sockets are files. Unix sockets are files. Emitted when a user signed off. That might be alright. Okay, so this is connected, but there's also connected. Maybe when account's error changes, you should not call purple account clear current error while the signal is being emitted. What in the shit? I haven't looked at this API in a real long time. Yes, you're very welcome, Zeok. The random pack seems to be the one everybody wants to go for. I've sent more of those out than anything else so far. Which is not surprising. But yeah. Account actions change, account set info, setting info, account enabled, disabled, removed, connecting. Okay, so this might be a little gross for now, but I think this will be alright. This at least feels better. Connecting to the signals feels much, much better than having somebody else update the state of the widget. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But yeah. Alright. I gotta take a quick break. I gotta go grab some water, and I gotta pee. So I will be right back. Alright, sorry for that short break. Signal is an event. It resembles a lot to event. Yeah, basically. If you know the observer pattern, it's basically that. And eventing is basically the observer pattern too. It's been around for a real long time. The main difference between like glib signals and lib-purple signals, lib-purple signals are basically glib signals, is like a lot of eventing stuff, at least older eventing stuff like event-driven development or like RAD, rapid application development stuff like Visual Basic or Borland C++ Builder, those kind of things. They typically only allowed you to have one signal handler. Whereas these are the observer pattern where it's, you know, there's just many observers. Many people that are doing all sorts of things on it. That's the big thing. So, alright. GTK status, or Pidgin status box itself. We need to pull in. Alright, so what is this actually doing? So this is telling us to set connecting. What did set connecting do in the old version? Main, source, default. I'll let this take us here. Pidgin. I already deleted the file here because I needed to move on with my development. So I need to see what else this did. So sbox.c. No, so I used to work at a Bitcoin exchange. I no longer do that. I resigned in March, and I have just been doing open source full time, which does not pay the bills. I'm very slowly working through my savings, and by slowly, I'm coming up to halfway through my savings. I think somewhere around there. But yeah. What was I searching for? Set connecting. So that just set a property and then called refresh. And this is going to get called a bajillion times, and it's probably going to be the yeah, okay. Any prospects? Or I'm just not looking. Since I started doing open source development way back in 2002, 2003, whatever year it was, I don't know, long time ago, I have been trying to find a way to do it full time. So that is precisely what I'm doing right now. And honestly, I am not motivated to work on any other person's bullshit right now. I have my own stuff I want to work on. There are some ideas I have that will, as contingency plans and stuff like that. There is funding I need to finish applying for and finish writing proposals for, but all of that takes a lot of time. And there are bigger things to try to get through. Sorry, that's my Hangouts. And there are bigger things I'm trying to get through on Pidgin right now, especially since people keep spiking the stuff I need to do, like Atlassian killing Mercurial support in Bitbucket Cloud. And other stuff like that. It just keeps getting in the way. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm living the dream. I'm living part of the dream. It might turn into a nightmare very quickly. So like, I don't have health insurance right now. I'm really hoping nothing goes wrong with me really bad. And we'll see what happens. And yeah, e-money, that's where I was back in 2003. So yeah. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons why I stream. So any donations, any bits, any subs, all of it greatly appreciated. Never required, greatly appreciated, because that'll help me continue to do this. As well as the Patreon as well. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Maybe one day, maybe, we'll see what will happen. Damn it. I just want to search for connecting in this block. To see what the hell it does. Let's just cheat. We're just gonna get out of there. Give me this. Sure. We're gonna come over here. Like I said, I deleted the file because I had to. Since he improved connecting. So there was a secondary. Wait, what? Is that all that was used for? If that's all that was used for, that is fucking dumb. What made me pick Pidgin? So, my open source origin story, there's a little bit before this, but not much. But so in 2003, I think it was, somewhere around there. I was still running Windows at the time. I was still running Windows XP. And for those of you that have ran Windows XP, and maybe it's still a thing in Windows, I'm not sure. Like every 6 months or so, if you wanted your system to like not suck, you would have to reload. And just reload from scratch. And it was just, that was part of running Windows. It's just what you did. Again, don't know if that's still the same case because I haven't ran Windows since then. But so I was at one of those points, and I'd been running Linux on the server for many, many years. So I was like, or I just heard about this nifty thing called Knoppix. Or spelled like that. I think Knoppix is still around. Yeah, so Knoppix is still around. So I was like, you know what? I'm feeling pretty decent with Linux, so why don't we give Knoppix a try? So I downloaded Knoppix, burnt it, booted my machine at the time, which was a P4, I forget what, with RD RAM. And yeah, it worked. So I was like, well, screw Windows, I'm installing Linux. So I installed Linux, and that's how I ended up, and that was the last time I ever ran Windows on any of my like real hardware. And like virtual machine stuff like that since then, yeah, but like real hardware, it's always been Linux since then. So with that move to Linux, I obviously had to find alternatives for all my applications. And one of the things I used a lot at the time was AIM, so that I could talk to friends, stuff like that. A lot of friends talking on AIM and all that. So when I moved to Linux, I don't remember what else I all played with, but I ended up using Pidgin. But as part of AIM, I was also using an extension called Dead AIM. And what Dead AIM did is, number one, it added logging to your conversations. Number two, it added toaster pop-up notifications. So I got involved with Pidgin because of a plugin I ended up writing for Pidgin because I didn't like the ones that were around, called GUIfications. So GUIfications 1 was how I initially started getting involved in Pidgin. I was just a plugin developer. This code is ugly. It is bad. The last update in 2004, these were, I switched repository types. So this started in CVS, then it went to Subversion, then it went to Monotone, and then I eventually brought it into Mercurial so I could just dump it up here on Bitbucket. This is old code that I wrote. But this is how I got into Pidgin. So I started writing this plugin for Pidgin that would do toaster pop-ups when somebody messaged you and somebody went online, offline, whatever. And then as I started working on that, I started finding bugs in Pidgin. Since I was finding bugs in Pidgin, I started patching those, and then eventually I got promoted to Crazy Patch Writer status, which is like our trusted contributors in Pidgin, or like trusted contributors, not quite a developer yet. And then eventually a year or so after that, I don't remember exactly, I got developer status. And then in 2016, when the project was kind of in a lull, I was like, hey, I got the motivation to bring this thing out of its hole. So you guys mind if I take over? And everyone was like, cool. So then they gave me the reins, and now I'm the lead. So that's the long story short. So yeah. Wop Wop, if you're still here, we were working on Pidgin Instant Messenger, which has been around, which is over 20 years old now. Wow. But yeah. And you just heard my origin story for it. So Windows doesn't have that problem anymore. Is that just a Windows 10? I mean, Windows 10 isn't 10 years old, right? So are you still on Windows 8? Yeah, constantly reinstalling everything. It sucked, man. And that's why I was like, I'm going to try Linux. And then it was like, yep, here we go. Like my old desktop's hard drive, I think, I think it was like 10 years old is when I formatted that file system. And it's been the same install that I've been running for years for Linux, but yeah. You've been discussing reformatting? Start fresh? Yeah. Windows 10 isn't 4 years old, though, is it? Like, I don't know. This is how far out of date I am with Windows. It literally has a refresh feature that lets you do a clean install. Oh. Oh, yeah, no shit. It's been 4 years. I'll be damned. Oh. What the hell did I click on? Oh, fingerprint. So, yeah, okay. Like, I have not ran Windows with any regularity. It's only been on VMs. And only for, like, compile testing, or, like, I've got to run a program that I'm trying to figure out how it works on on Windows. That's how I use it. But yeah, I haven't ran anything since Windows XP Service Pack 3. So, like, I skipped Vista, I skipped 7, I skipped 8, I skipped 10. It's been a good time. And yes, we're dropping packets. Okay, raffle's still going. Okay. Okay, so we update a status icon. So typing has priority, which that's still dumb here, but whatever. Are we gonna get better here? Maybe. Otherwise, we change the icon. Thanks, Corbob. I appreciate it. Can you put them back in the right order, though? Oh, this is going worse than normal. What is going on? How bad are we looking here? Pretty bad. Ooh. Oh. That must have been when I was uploading the images. When I was uploading the Docker images. My network got slow because of it. Come on. We should be coming out of this here shortly. Come on. You can do it. What in the hell? Ugh, it's still bad. Like, the pink one, okay, that's me talking to Google. This is an ISP server. I'm losing 40% of packets to one of my hops getting to the internet. So, like, for those of you that don't have like a good idea of how your network gets built, so whatever. So if we trace route to Google, or we'll just do 1.1.1.1, Cloudflare's DNS, right? So to get there, these hops, they might have just been dropped and it retried. But so this is my router. This is the node I'm on at my ISP. Then this is one of their internal switches, another one of their internal switches. This looks like it might be the public internet. Who is that? This IP belongs to level 3. Okay, so this is an internet backbone router, as it's just, you know, getting through all the traffic and all that. And then that's how we end up at 1.1.1. So what my ping test is doing is it's checking these hosts before it gets out to the public internet. Like, I'm not always going to end up on level 3, so like if I go change this to 8.8.8.8, we'll see that I take a different route to get there. So we went 142, 254, AE62, BE64, BU Ether 18, and then we hit 66, whatever, which this is still on Roadrunner's network, or whatever, Spectrum's network. And then this might be an internet router here. But yeah, so like you'll end up taking different hops just depending on who they're paired with and all that. And so the point is, like, you test all of those hops along the way to find out where the problem actually is. And the problem is that, okay, that is a charter IP. But the problem, as we can see, is it's my freaking ISP. Because, yeah, so my router's in here, but, like, if I can't talk to my router, I'm just screwed, right? But yeah, run MTR makes it easier for chat to visualize. What? What do you mean run MTR? Is that a program I should be running? Full screen, end cursor, excellent. Oh! I don't know this tool. Combines the functionality of traceroute and ping programs in a single network diagnostic tool. As MTM starts, investigates the network connections between the host. MTR runs on a user and a user specified destination host. After it determines the host of each network hop between the machines, it sends a sequence of ICMP echo to each other. That's your typical ping. The quality of the link to each machine. I've never seen MTR before, so. How long would it take an average 30-year-old to go from zero programming knowledge to being hireable? I mean, that depends. Some people programming just clicks right away. Some people it doesn't. Like if you... Oh. I thought they said this was curses. This is not curses. This is GTK. Yeah, look at that. Oh, wait, it's level 3 that's dropping packets? So the problem isn't my ISP, it's their connection to level 3. Huh. Yeah, I mean, so a lot of it depends on just the person. So like if you like if it's you or whoever the person is that's interested in learning the program is really likes problem solving and stuff like that, it's going to be easier to pick up. But if you don't, and like problem solving and stuff like that is difficult, then it's going to be harder. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's just cursor. This just looks like dialogue or something then. If this is curses, it's probably just dialogue and it's running Zenity. But yeah, okay, so 8.8.8.8 is fine, but 1.1.1.1 is screwed. So level 3 is just dropping packets all over the damn place. That's good to know. Especially since I made 1.1.1.1 my default DNS server. So I might change that back to Google's so that I don't have to deal with this. Coding's a trap, get out, we still can't. Yeah, I mean, there's that too. MTR installed when you do that. Yeah, who knows? Can I just do this as... Alright, app catch. Show MTR. No, this actually depends on GTK. This is not a curses. I think there's probably... So, I think it detects if you have a display, then it'll load GTK, and if not, then it will just do the terminal. So how can I just say just terminal? There's another way I can do it, but yeah. Select initial display mode. There's GTK, or I could say T. MTR minus T 1.1.1. Yeah, that's a little bit easier to read. The GTK one, just the resolution's so high, it's hard to read it. So, yeah. Well, look at that. Level 3 is just dropping my shit. Anybody know how I report to level 3 that they're dropping my shit? Yeah, they're probably throwing away ICMP, but yeah. You've worked for ISPs for 20 years? Dang. Yeah, I obviously see how useful it is. I'm just mad I didn't know about it until now. But it happens. Tools sneak past you, and then you're just like, crap. And you're like, well, I'm glad I know about it now, at least. Is the raffle still going, or did it finish? No, it's still going. Okay. Zeok, mind if I ask which ISP? Is it a national ISP or yeah? You could try reporting directly. They might not acknowledge you. You might have to go through your ISP. Yeah, going through my ISP is not really decent. They have a knock email? Really? Oh, wait. Hold on. Let's MTR to google.com. Okay, so this isn't my main issue. Like, that's an issue. Like, the level 3 thing is an issue, but it's not my main issue. So next time I start dropping packets, I'll be sure to fire up MTR here. And we'll get a good look at this. But yeah, this is very, very nice. I am so pissed I didn't know about this before. Currently work for Sonic? Ah, interesting. I thought I knew somebody that had Sonic, but I can't remember who. So, I guess it don't matter. It's all of California, though? Okay, yeah, that's probably why I know somebody that has Sonic. Alright. So, what do we want to do here? Oh, we're trying to figure out where connecting is all used. And that, it looks like it's mostly just used for the secondary text in the status box. So, I don't even have Pidgin 2 open right now. Well, hold on, I gotta type Nixer passwords. Alright, sorry, that was all my Pidgin 2, making lots of noise. So what that's saying is... Oh, okay, that's dumb. Let me just... Can I collapse all these at once? No. Damn. Alright, so what that secondary text is, it's kind of hard to see, but... So right here, you see where it says typing there? That's the same thing. And then the update step thing is this stupid fancy icon that really doesn't need to be there. And also, I don't know why we have to have a typing icon for the status. It doesn't really need to be there. But then it'll also say disconnected or connecting and stuff like that there. I'm not sure if that's a way we want to go in the future. In fact, I think it's kind of silly. So... I'm not sure. But yeah, so I'm not super worried about that text. So if that's the only thing connecting is used for, I'm just gonna get rid of it for the moment. What we should do is... How do I want to make that more obvious? I don't know, this is where we really need a UX person. Like, what makes sense here? I'm going from the what makes sense to re-implement thing, and there's stuff where it's just like, what? That said, we could, like the way the status box works, like I said, I want to overhaul it, I want to change it, I wanted to do different stuff too. I'm looking at my audio mixer right now. Can you guys even hear the music? What's it saying? But yeah, so we need a UX person to like help us figure out how we want the stuff to actually work and look like in the future. Because right now a lot of it's just So yeah, all right, we're gonna. Nope, we don't want to go that loud. Let's go back to there. Now, okay, now the audio mixer is actually moving for the audio. And yeah, my mic is still picking it up because it sucks. It's supposed to only be picking up from the front, but it's dumb sometimes. Used to work for a company that did utility pole analysis for Google Fiber in a few states. The nonsense they had to deal with from other ISPs is amazing. I can imagine. That shallow whatever stuff was pretty bad too. what they tried to do with Google Fiber. That where was it? I forget what city it was, where they're just like, oh my god, we will never do Google Fiber again because this has just turned into a shit show. And now I can't get the mic off the screen. There we go. Okay, so if there's literally nothing, oh, that's what I was gonna say. So sorry, too many things at once. So there's a GTK widget called Info Pane or Info Bar, and I don't know why they don't have. So the widget gallery, this is the 2 GCR. Oh, wait, yeah, what the hell? Huh. So info bar just looks like that, and this is probably what we should. Oh, it is here. This is probably what we should end up using instead of this secondary text thing. Just be like, account blah 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 connecting, or multiple accounts connecting, something like that. I think that's a much better use case than the stupid thing that we had there. So yeah. We have a horizontal drill machine. That's pretty rad. Nice. Just adding breakpoints by file and line number to the proprietary programming language for work. It worked first try. Nice. We tested microtrenching, didn't like it. Yeah, there was some horror story. Google Fiber microtrenching. No, this is not what it... Yeah, Louisville, I guess. But yeah, so they ended up just like tearing up all these roads and stuff to put these micro trenches in. And they're like, this just is not working. And then they gave up. And then like, they just like packed up and left, and the city was left with all these like half torn up roads and shit. I think it was Louisville, but yeah, I spent a whole lot of time looking for it. And Verizon was removing the connectors off all the poles and letting the fiber dangle there. Oh man. Smelly Ed, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you here. Alright, so if all this is doing is changing that, we are just going to nuke that. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything else though. So that's all that was in refresh. I don't know if they're like, if this is calling something else, but like this is one of those things where it's just like, the fuck, you know? So we can get rid of, so GTK B list will go away. Same deal here, because we're just gonna, all this is gonna do is set that toggle to that. Set connecting is gone. I don't know why we destroy all dialogues. That's probably a poorly named function, but yeah. Everyone's roll up cake, I'll hang it outside the meter. I don't think anyone has upgraded service to use. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the super shallow micro trench. Yeah, that's the part that just went real bad. Louisville is one of your areas. They had us analyze poles at first, but we couldn't fit them in most. Complete pole replay. Oh, man. Your GIS nerd didn't do it. Nice. Get default B list. If we don't have that, we return, and then we just don't care. Oh, okay, so if we don't have any connections left, then we destroy all the dialogues. Okay, okay, okay. Connect progress. Yeah, we're just gonna nuke this for now. That's fine. So connect progress is gonna get deleted. Okay. On 144. Network connected. Network available stuff, this one kind of makes sense, but at the same time, I would rather have this be a signal. I mean, pre-wiring is not necessarily a big deal. As long as there's a pull string that's available, that should be fine. Maybe the house that there's a fiber service. It uses 6 megabit connection for free if you don't want to pay the $40 a month for gig. Oh man, dude, how do I get that? I mean, 6 meg's not great. I've got 200 down, 12 up right now, but I pay $70 a month for that. So how do I pay $40 for gig? I'm not moving to California. Alright, yeah, we're gonna nuke that. Are we using the buddy list for anything else here? No. Network disconnected. Alright. Most street is sidewalks and city-owned curbs, so the easements are easy. No pulse room. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. We're just going to do this quick. Make sure we don't have any other errors that we got around. We still have to fix the one in GTK account, but that's fine. Alright, just GTK account, apparently. But yeah, so, like, a lot of the stuff with updating Pidgin here, I'd much rather delete and then re-add once we determine that it's, like, actually necessary. So, like, there was a good use case that came up. So, when we just finished integrating Talking To in the conversation window, I had completely removed all of the send history stuff. Then there's some users talking in the Pidgin chat room on IRC, and turns out there's a good use case I missed. Alright, fair enough, but now we're going to rewrite it and we're going to make it decent. So, like, at this point, I'd much rather strip features out that are questionable and of low quality code, and then bring them back later as it becomes a necessity. That helps us keep moving, and then we just, you know, we can look at it with fresh eyes rather than going, well, how do I keep this working? Because keeping something working is much harder than re-implementing. That said, there's pluses and minuses to both approach. Some of the minuses to doing it this way is you're losing potential bug fixes and stuff like that, and you just, yeah. So that just included the file for no reason. God. Oh, not make Ninja clean. Ninja. Yay! That was Twitch being a jerk. So yeah, so this is the status box that we've been working on. Which we have to finish implementing and stuff like that. But yeah. It looks alright to me. There's some stuff we need to change, we need to make it work better, stuff like that. But yeah. Is the sticker raffle finished? The bot hasn't said it's done, right? I don't think it has. Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry. That's my fault. No, you did not miss the draw. I missed that the bot said it's done. So, the raffle is done, and, only one person entered. So that winner is Corbob. Congratulations, Corbob. You have won some free stickers. Give me 1 second to get your name entered here and get a code ready for you. And then I apparently closed my window. What the hell happened to that window? Alright, whatever. As stickers, begin message, blah. Oh, I hate it when I do that. There you go. Alright, cool. Okay, so we build again, we run again. Yay! So lots of stuff to do here. We're getting there. We're cool. That should have worked. I don't have a way to get to the individual statuses here. Brightness MT, thank you for the follow. Glad to have you here. Also, Corbob, how's it been going? You still working on your I can't remember what it was called, but it's something for PowerShell. You still working on that? How's that going for you? Alright, so yeah. Now we can actually like work on the rest of this widget, which is cool. As we build again. Yay. Engine clean. Diff dash stats minus R at. So yeah, you know, we're deleting 50% of the lines we're changing, so that's good. Sets up files all day and then goes home to dial up? Oh no, why? That's all he has. He lives on a farm. Alright. No, he doesn't want to set up like point to point or satellite or even like so I found out about this one a while ago. Unlimited IRL. Now this is meant for streamers. The plans aren't great, but if you're gonna make a home connection off of 4G or 3G, this would be kind of the way to go. So like they're not great, but you know, LTE unlimited data. If you got cell coverage, there's not even 3G. Gotcha. Well, maybe he needs to open a CO right next to him. We still should be able to do point-to-point. Point-to-point wireless. Now, like, it's going to cost you a lot, but once it's there, it's there. So. Good. You've been working on VS Code PowerShell, the extension from Microsoft for PowerShell and VS Code. And on COC PowerShell, the Vim NeoVim version of the same thing. Also working on module to interact with Cisco Unified Call Manager because I was tired of manually creating phones and assigning them to people. Ooh, good times. So wait, are you working for Microsoft now then? If you're working on the VS Code PowerShell for Microsoft? Or are you just, it's open source and you're hacking on it? Oh, HG diff. Not working for Microsoft, just control. Okay, gotcha. Working for free for the most profitable software company in the world. Yeah. Different folks, different strokes, man. HG check-in. Get the new status box compiling. Removed some redundancies. Did I spell that right? I need spell check in my Vim. I guess so? No. Do you... Oh, I missed another D. Redundancies. Redundancies. Broke some stuff. Broke some features. That's how I roll. Fortunately, any team I'd be interested in requires physical presence in the U.S., and that's not something I'm able to do at the moment. Gotcha. Working for free to add things to the extension that I want in there. Yeah, that's fine. Is there actually a Vim spell check? Set local spell? Shh, nobody saw nothing. Nice. That is, nice. Is that still wrong? Why is it still highlighted weird? Oh, is that a grammar error? That might be a grammar error. I need to use Z equals. Yeah, but why are they highlighted weird? Whatever, I don't care. That's cool. I'm gonna have to try to remember that one. Shh, we spell spiel however we want. Damn it. But it doesn't work if your file type is not plain text, apparently. Oh, no it does. Okay. It just doesn't know what to do with that. Pidgin is a real word, so that makes sense. We'll just turn it on all the time. It's fine. Remember the keys to do corrections, though? Yeah. I mean, just letting me know that it's wrong is huge. Like, I thought there was a way to do spelling here, but maybe not. Install package. Google spell check, keyword spell check. Use a Google search spelling magic to fix words and phrases for sublime text. That kind of sucks. Spell check linter. What the hell is C spell? Don't know. C spell based spell checking in source code files. I would love to not be typoing shit all the time. First of all, you must ensure that C spell is installed in your system. Like, oh, it's an NPM package. Yeah. It's NPM, fine, whatever. The problem is installing that on my machine sucks. Spell checks code, able to spell check code by parsing it into words before checking against the dictionary. Sports can't. Okay, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna skip this then. Uninstall. Remove package C spell. That is unfortunate. Yeah. Well, like, I have none of the NPM stack on my machine. And I don't want to maintain it. I don't want to pull it in for a spell checker for my editor. Like, does that seem too far out there? I don't know. I don't think so. See if it picks up supercalifragilisticexpialidocious as a word. Looks like that's a yes. Although I don't know. It's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious day. I don't know why. Why does it make the first word weird? Whatever, I don't know. I don't care. It's doing the basics. Oh, did I have lowercase I? Yeah, okay, there we go. So yes, works fine. Yeah, there you go. There's your test. Just add set spell to your vimRC and you're good to go. Alright. Oh shit, it is almost midnight. Alright, we're gonna call it here because it's almost midnight. So who are we going to go raid? Oh, mana's on. I think we're gonna go to Lana. Actually, we'll go to Tech. Tech was here at the stream earlier, and he is working on his game engine in C. So we're gonna go raid him. Alright, so if you don't want to join the raid, go ahead and hit cancel up at the top. But thank you everybody for coming by tonight. It's been fun. You can find my schedule right over here. I will be back on Monday. I'm going to try to get a weekend stream in. We're going to see how that goes. I got a bunch of stuff going on, but we'll see what's going on. You can find all my social media info right over here that just popped up in chat. And if you would like to join us on the officially unofficial Pidgin Discord, you can see that in chat right now as well. I meant to hit enter before I finished that. But thank you everybody for coming by, and until at least Monday, or at most Monday, have a good one, and adios.
To be worth encrypting, then why would you want to leak the file name? This has